I'm Blake Mullen here with 2025 linebacker Christian Jones. Who is Christian Jones? The All-Americans, the number 51 player in the nation via Rivals, and the number 5 linebacker in the nation. On top of that, number 1 player in the state of Nebraska. Christian, I got to ask, man, what's this process been like for you?
I'm blessed to be in the position I am to be in, and it's been really fun being able to talk to all these amazing coaches that you see on TV. You never thought you'd see them in real life, and just the knowledge they hold is really fun for me to be able to pick their brain and see how they have been successful, what their failures were, and really be able to bring it back to my team, my life, and go try to chase greatness.
So obviously, the process we talked about it before. You had a good relationship with the staff at Washington. A lot of them might be at Bama now. How has that changed? Have you spoken with any of the new coaches at Washington, or is the focus kind of shifting to Bama?
I haven't talked to any of the new Washington staff, but I have been in a little touch with Alabama now that they're all kind of migrating over there.
And then recently taken visits to a few teams in Florida, UCF as well as Florida. Coach Ted Roof, former defensive coordinator at OU, now at UCF. How were those visits?
It was good, nice and warm. There's not any palm trees in Nebraska, so that was a good scenery change. And yeah, UCF was a really nice campus. I really liked the energy they had there. There's a lot of youth. We liked the vibe, I would say, and learned a lot about it. Didn't even know the stadium was called the Steelhouse, and learned all about that stuff. They had some of the pro day stuff there, so that was cool to see. And then went to UF. Gainesville was a beautiful campus, and saw the swamp. Their stadium really cool, and their facilities really nice, and just getting to see some more SEC schools. And yeah, it was really good 2 day traveling for visits.
So talking about SEC, does playing in the SEC, a lot of people, I mean, there obviously is the additional merit and value, some would say, with playing in that conference. Does that mean
Mhm.
something to you?
I would say so, yes, because I believe the Big Ten and the SEC kind of like the big power conferences, and there's a lot of good athletes in both those conferences. But I would say, I mean, I'm blessed to play in any of the two conferences, but I mean, yes and no, because I think the main goal is to get to the league, and I think the NFL will find you no matter what where you're at. And so, yes and no, my answer to that.
So being a top 60 player in the nation, high 4 star, you can go anywhere. What matters to you? What are you looking for specifically in a school outside of football?
I would say education for sure. Get a good degree, set myself up on the aspect of life when football does end because it ends for everyone. And then I want culture because I come from a very culture-rich high school. And with along underneath the culture aspect, I want to have good brotherhood, a good locker room, players that want to play for each other, not themselves. And I want a coaching staff that's going to really make me into a better man and a better father in the future. And then want to be in a winning program. And yeah, those kind of my main three things. And obviously develop me to the best player I can be, and try to be in a defense that utilizes me the best way to my abilities.
So obviously being from Nebraska, probably a little added pressure to go there. How have you kind of dealt with that and kind of kept the open-minded recruitment rather than just shutting it down and going to the team who's probably most familiar with you?
I mean, it's my journey. I'd like to say. I mean, I got to go where it's best for me, not what's best for people like around me or my family thinks. Oh, you're living in Nebraska, you should go to Nebraska. But I'm going to choose the best school that is best for me and my values, and going to get me to the next level. So I don't really think there's added pressure because I don't really be looking at the comments of someone saying go here, go there. So I think I'm just staying on my own path, not really looking at any outside distractions.
Absolutely. So let's shift to Oklahoma. Obviously, you were there in January. What was that
Mhm.
like?
It was good, good energy. Norman was fun. Talked to Coach Venables. Have been starting a relationship with Coach Ali. I like him a lot. He's got a lot of fire behind him. He's very, very intelligent guy. He's got a lot of football knowledge, and yeah, it was a really good visit. Had the family down, and everyone loved it.
How would you say OU has separated themselves from other teams? Obviously, not saying they're the front runner, but what has made
Mhm.
OU different?
I really like how Coach Venables has set up his culture, and he really wants his players to be great off the field as well as on. And they do a lot of service work and a lot of kind of missionary work, I'd say. And they're very they don't really shy away from their faith, and I kind of respect that a lot. And just really like the way Coach Venables is really intentional about getting his players to the next level in life, not just football.
So staying on that, talking about Coach Venables, obviously being a linebacker coach himself, what has his
Mhm.
relationship specifically been like with you?
It's good. I talk to him about probably every day, every other day, and yeah, we always have really good conversations. Um, Sometimes linebacker will be, hey, what do you got to do here? Or good tips there, and yeah, I just really like him a lot. Like his energy, like his aura around him, and yeah, really good coach.
So obviously staying on that and stuff, Oklahoma moving to the SEC. I know you said that would mean something to you. Have you spoken with any of the other recruits who are being looked at by OU in the 2025 class?
Um, Shoot, I can't remember the names, but yes, D lineman Landon. I don't remember his last name. Can't think of it. Landon. I apologize. I can't remember his last name. Anyways, the D lineman. I played with him in the Future 50 for Under Armour All-American thing, and I mean, talked to him, really good guy. But I mean, we don't really talk about football. We just talk about life. The grind.
Talking about the All-American game and stuff, how was that like? What was that process? I mean, competing against the best across the nation. What was all that like?
And it was really fun. I mean, I just love competing. I'm a very competitive person, so I just iron sharpens iron. So I love going against the best, and I wouldn't want any other way. And going down to the Adidas All American camp, the combine, just going against all those guys. I mean, they're all dudes, so it's just fun bouncing off like stuff, like funny stories or visits there, here, or oh, you got this problem. Oh, I got this problem, and really connecting with them, building that relationship because it's kind of a one percentile. You're not many dudes you can go to and be like, hey, like you got this problem, we're all obviously very blessed to have these problems, and most people probably won't, but it's just yeah, good building those connections and yeah.
So before we started this, we were talking about the off season, other sports and stuff. You had talked about playing or running track, being a two-sport athlete. How has that
Mhm.
helped you for football?
It's good. I got a really good track coach, Coach Lloyd. He's been really helping with running safer and running faster because I ran last year as sophomore, ran a 10.8 and threw a 54 on the shot put. So I'm going to get that down to at least a 10.6 and throw over 60 in shot. And I just love the explosiveness and keeping it and growing it and just getting faster and stronger behind that and be able to use harder when I'm running faster at them. And yeah.
So kind of switching it or taking it to the future, I guess. What is it going to look like for you as we get into the summer and stuff? Are you going to be doing more camps, visits? What can we expect?
I would say more visits and just kind of getting out and seeing what everyone has, and maybe camp if I want to really see a school and see how the coaches are like. But I'd say more visits for sure.
So last thing here, I have to ask, are we nearing a decision or how is this? Obviously the process has been going good. Are you in any hurry to break the news of where you're going to be going?
No, sir. I'm going to be probably making the decision more towards the senior season, like start of football season, mid season, whenever I have the best information at my hands on the table, and I can really put all my poker chips in and choose that school.
Well, hey, thank you so much for taking the time and doing this. 2025 linebacker high 4-star Christian Jones.
Thank you.